This video is brought to you by Propix Canada Media Limited, Propix AY and Technologies and NVIDIA. Created and produced by James Cousineau, sponsored by Metro Vancouver's best local and long-distance moving company, Carey Movers. Many believe Canada has always been a haven from slavery. This is not entirely true. Early Canada, under British rule, allowed slavery. Thousands of Indigenous peoples and black people were enslaved. They faced brutal conditions and suffered under oppressive laws. These dark chapters of Canadian history are crucial to understanding the significance of the Underground Railroad. This network of secret routes and safe houses offered a lifeline to many seeking freedom. The whispers of the Underground Railroad started softly. They traveled on the winds of hope, carried by those who dared to dream of freedom. These whispers were dangerous secrets, passed from person to person, often under the cover of darkness. The Underground Railroad was not a physical railway with tracks and trains. Slavery in Canada was not just a social practice, it was codified in law. The arrival of the French in the 17th century marked the beginning of legalized slavery in the region. In 1686, Louis XIV, the French king, officially sanctioned slavery in New France. This law allowed colonists to own slaves from Africa and the Caribbean. This law, known as the Code Noir, aimed to regulate the conditions of slavery. However, it primarily served to legitimize and perpetuate the institution. The British, who gained control of Canada in 1763, inherited this legacy of slavery. They continued to uphold and enforce these laws, solidifying the legal foundation for slavery in the colony. The lives of enslaved people under these laws were ones of hardship and deprivation. Even within this oppressive legal framework, voices of dissent emerged. One such voice belonged to Chloe Cooley, an enslaved woman in Upper Canada, present-day Ontario. In 1793, Cooley resisted her enslaver, violently resisting being bound and transported across the Niagara River to be sold. Her cries for help attracted the attention of Peter Martin, a free black man. Martin reported the incident to Lieutenant Governor John Graves Simcoe, a staunch opponent of slavery. Simcoe, appalled by Cooley's treatment, was inspired to introduce legislation to limit slavery in Upper Canada. This legislation, known as the Act Against Slavery, was passed in 1793, marking a turning point in the fight against slavery in Canada. While the Act Against Slavery did not abolish slavery outright, it represented a significant step toward its eventual demise. For those seeking refuge in Canada, the journey was fraught with peril. Imagine fleeing under the cover of darkness, guided only by the stars and the whispers of those who knew the way. Every step was a gamble, a desperate bid for freedom. The journey north was a testament to their resilience, their unwavering hope for a better life. Fugitive slaves faced hunger, exhaustion, and the constant threat of capture. Slave catchers patrolled known escape routes, eager to collect rewards for returning runaway slaves. The danger lurked around every corner, a constant reminder of the high stakes of their escape. Consider the story of Thornton and Lucy Blackburn, a young couple who escaped slavery in Kentucky. They traveled over 700 miles, hidden in wagons and under the cover of night, before reaching the shores of Canada. Their journey, like that of so many others, was a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who sought freedom. The Underground Railroad was not a literal railroad, but a network of safe houses and secret routes. These safe houses, often unassuming homes and businesses, provided temporary refuge for fugitive slaves. They offered food, shelter, and a moment to rest before continuing their northward journey. These safe houses were scattered throughout the northern United States and Canada. They were connected by a series of secret routes, often marked by coded messages and signals. These routes were known only to a select few, trusted individuals committed to the cause of freedom. The operation of the Underground Railroad relied heavily on secrecy and trust. Those involved risked their own freedom and safety to help others. They came from all walks of life: farmers, abolitionists, clergymen, and even former slaves who had escaped to freedom and were now helping others do the same. The Underground Railroad was fueled by the courage and compassion of its conductors. These individuals, both black and white, risked their lives to guide fugitive slaves to safety. They were the backbone of the network, the unsung heroes who navigated the perilous paths to freedom. These conductors came from diverse backgrounds, united by their shared belief in the inherent humanity of all people. Some were motivated by religious convictions, others by a sense of social justice. They understood the horrors of slavery and were willing to stand against its injustice, even at great personal risk. One such conductor was John Brown, a white abolitionist who believed in the use of armed insurrection to dismantle slavery. Another notable conductor was Josiah Henson, a former slave who escaped to Canada and dedicated his life to helping others escape bondage. The story of the Underground Railroad is a testament to the power of collective action. It was a tapestry woven together by countless acts of courage, both big and small. Each act of defiance, each whispered word of hope, each outstretched hand of assistance contributed to the larger narrative of freedom. This network of resistance was not without its challenges. Betrayal, capture, and even death were ever-present threats. Yet despite the risks, the Underground Railroad persisted, fueled by the unwavering belief that freedom was worth fighting for. The Underground Railroad was not just about individual escapes, it was a catalyst for social change in Canada. The influx of fugitive slaves, each with their own story of hardship and resilience, challenged existing social norms and forced Canadians to confront the realities of slavery. The presence of these newcomers enriched Canadian society, bringing with them diverse skills, traditions, and perspectives. They established communities, built businesses, and contributed to the cultural fabric of their adopted homeland. Their stories, often shared through oral histories and personal accounts, helped to shape Canadian attitudes toward race and equality. The Underground Railroad also had a profound impact on Canada's international reputation. It solidified Canada's image as a haven from oppression, a beacon of hope for those seeking refuge from tyranny. The successful operation of the Underground Railroad in Canada demonstrated the power of collective action and the importance of standing up for what is right. While the Underground Railroad represents a remarkable chapter in Canadian history, it is crucial to acknowledge the enduring legacy of slavery and racism. The fight for equality did not end with the abolition of slavery. It continues to this day. Systemic racism, deeply rooted in historical injustices, continues to permeate Canadian society. It manifests in various forms, from disparities in education and healthcare to overrepresentation in the criminal justice system. Addressing this legacy requires ongoing effort, education, and a commitment to dismantling the structures that perpetuate inequality. The stories of those who endured slavery and fought for freedom must be remembered and taught. Their experiences serve as a reminder of the fragility of human rights and the importance of vigilance in safeguarding those rights for all. Only by confronting the dark chapters of our past can we hope to build a more just and equitable future. The spirit of the Underground Railroad continues to resonate in contemporary Canadian society. The values of compassion, courage, and solidarity that fueled the movement remain relevant in the face of contemporary social justice issues. Canada's history as a destination for refugees and asylum seekers can be traced back to the Underground Railroad. The nation's commitment to welcoming those fleeing persecution is rooted in the legacy of providing safe haven to fugitive slaves. This commitment is reflected in Canada's immigration policies and its international reputation as a welcoming and inclusive society. The Underground Railroad also serves as a reminder of the importance of interracial collaboration in the fight for social justice. The Underground Railroad stands as a powerful testament to the human desire for freedom and the enduring strength of the human spirit. It is a story that transcends borders and generations, inspiring us to confront injustice and strive for a better world. Remembering and honoring this legacy is not merely an act of historical preservation, it is a call to action. It is a reminder that the fight for freedom and equality is an ongoing journey, one that requires constant vigilance, unwavering commitment, and the courage to stand up for what is right. The whispers of the Underground Railroad, once hushed secrets shared in the dead of night, now echo through the halls of history. They speak of courage and sacrifice, of the unwavering pursuit of freedom against insurmountable odds. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit, fueled by hope and a belief in something greater than oneself, can overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. These echoes are not confined to history books or museums. They reverberate in the values and ideals that shape modern Canadian society: inclusivity, compassion, and a commitment to social justice. The legacy of the Underground Railroad is woven into the very fabric of the nation, a testament to the enduring power of human connection and the belief in the inherent dignity of all people. The stories of those who escaped slavery and those who aided them serve as powerful reminders that ordinary individuals can make extraordinary contributions to the pursuit of a more just and equitable world. While the Underground Railroad stands as a beacon of hope and a testament to human resilience, it also casts a long shadow. It reminds us of the dark chapters of our shared history, the brutal legacy of slavery and the systemic racism that continues to plague our societies. Acknowledging this weight, this enduring stain on our collective conscience, is crucial to understanding the complexities of the present and charting a path toward a more just future. The fight for equality did not end with the abolition of slavery. It continues today in the ongoing struggles against discrimination, prejudice, and systemic inequalities that disproportionately impact marginalized communities. The whispers of the Underground Railroad remind us that the pursuit of justice is a relay race, a torch passed down through generations, each generation tasked with carrying it forward. To truly honor the legacy of the Underground Railroad, we must move beyond simply commemorating the past. We must engage in critical self-reflection, examining how the vestiges of slavery and colonialism continue to shape our present. We must acknowledge the ways in which privilege and power operate in our societies, perpetuating systems of inequality. Section 3. The Unfinished Journey. The journey toward a truly just and equitable society is far from over. The echoes of the Underground Railroad, while a testament to the progress made, also serve as a stark reminder of the work that still lies ahead. The fight for social justice is an ongoing process, one that demands constant vigilance, unwavering commitment, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. The values that underpin the Underground Railroad, compassion, empathy, and a belief in the inherent dignity of all people, remain as relevant today as they were centuries ago. These values must guide our actions as we confront contemporary forms of injustice, from racial profiling and discrimination to economic inequality and climate change. The lessons learned from the Underground Railroad can inform our approach to addressing these contemporary challenges. The movement's success was rooted in its decentralized nature, its reliance on community organizing, and its unwavering belief in the power of collective action. These same principles can be applied to contemporary social justice movements, empowering individuals and communities to advocate for change. The journey toward a more just and equitable world is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires sustained effort, strategic collaboration, and a willingness to learn from our mistakes. The echoes of the Underground Railroad remind us that even small acts of courage and compassion can have a ripple effect, contributing to a larger wave of change. Section 4, A Tapestry of Tomorrow. As we look to the future, we must strive to weave a tapestry of tomorrow that reflects the ideals of the Underground Railroad, a society where freedom and equality are not abstract concepts but lived realities for all. This tapestry must be woven with threads of empathy, understanding, and a shared commitment to dismantling systems of oppression. Education plays a vital role in this endeavor. By teaching future generations about the Underground Railroad, we not only honor the sacrifices of those who came before us, but also equip young minds with the knowledge and critical thinking skills necessary to challenge injustice and advocate for change. We must also create spaces for open and honest dialogue about race, racism, and the legacies of colonialism. These conversations, while often uncomfortable, are essential to fostering understanding, building trust, and dismantling the harmful stereotypes that perpetuate discrimination. The tapestry of tomorrow must be woven with threads of hope, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the possibility of creating a world where every individual has the opportunity to thrive. It is a tapestry that we must all contribute to, using our unique skills, talents, and voices to create a masterpiece of justice and equality. Section 5, Guardians of Freedom. The legacy of the Underground Railroad is not merely something to be preserved in museums or history books. It is a living, breathing testament to the human spirit's capacity for courage, compassion, and resilience. It is a call to action, urging us to become guardians of freedom, to carry the torch of justice forward, and to illuminate the path toward a more equitable future. We are all inheritors of this legacy, entrusted with the responsibility to ensure that the sacrifices made in the pursuit of freedom were not in vain. We must honor this responsibility by actively combating injustice in all its forms, by amplifying the voices of the marginalized, and by working tirelessly to create a world where every individual is valued, respected, and free. Let the whispers of the Underground Railroad serve as a constant reminder of the power of collective action, the importance of standing up for what is right, and the enduring belief that love, compassion, and a commitment to justice can triumph over even the darkest of times. Let us be the generation that transforms those whispers into a resounding chorus for freedom and equality, a chorus that echoes through the ages, inspiring generations to come. This video is brought to you by Propix Canada Media Limited, Propix AY, and Technologies in InVideo. Created and produced by James Cousineau, sponsored by Metro Vancouver's best local and long-distance moving company, Carey Movers. Available online at www.careymovers.com.